Girl, Brittany Monique.
And Jazzy Jackie.
We back. Like we never left. What you lean
I
back
thought you
for?
said movie.
No, I didn't say move back. I said we back. Damn, that would have been rude. You do have to maintain your 6 feet, though.
Okay.
First set of topics. A little bit. We don't know. Hope everybody maintaining out there. I'm about ready to get rid of Jackie. Say this every episode. Nothing's changed.
For the 15th time.
Oh, it's probably nice. Still relevant. Let's just jump right into the topics. We saw this on Instagram. What's harder, a friendship breakup or a relationship breakup, and why? Start us off, Jazzy Jackie.
Ooh. Pick me.
I want to start with you.
Okay. Well.
Hey.
Okay. Well, my answer to that question would be,
I hate when you think and talk. What do you
a relationship would be harder to break up with. No, I take that back. I retract that. A friendship. Because relationships come and go. I think friendships they're kind of beyond, because most friendships start from something being in common or something that you share, like an experience, or, like from childhood, or, people say, I've been friends for like 30 years, so also the friendship would
People
be
that
the
been friends
hardest.
for 30 years, though, they don't be really having them type of fallouts.
Yeah. That's why I say
It happens,
it
but-
would probably be harder a friendship. Because if it's a real friend.
You know what? I really don't know. I want to say emotionally, when you're in a relationship, it's a different type of attachment than a friendship. Some friendships turn into like your brother and sister type of relationship, and then you know how you can get with your family, like y'all can be love each other to death and just like part ways and stuff, and like ain't no ill feelings or nothing like that. Sometimes people just grow apart, and it's not even having a relationship, because most times a relationship when that shit in, it's usually something like bigger and harder for you to handle, as far as like it's usually sudden and abrupt or something.
And it's usually anger involved with it, like a deep anger.
Why you gotta be deep?
Some friendships too, though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, to weigh it out, I think most times more people have more traumatic endings to relationships than they do friendships.
Yeah.
Friendships, I don't know. If I had to say for like myself, it's hard to lose like a good friend, but then most of the times when you lose a friend, it's because they did something that wasn't like considered
Friendly.
and a good friend thing.
Yeah.
And the same thing with relationship, though, right? But I don't know. I think it's because the different level of intimacy involved too.
Yeah. Truly.
So that's hard for me to really give a definitive like answer. Like I really don't. I want to say it depends on the situation, and it's a multitude of things, but they both can be hard.
Yeah, they both can be hard.
They both suck, obviously. Especially when you care, like your feelings involved, you care about people. So yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna need like some more like opinions on it, like so people can say their personal. There's sometimes you have like a friend break up, say y'all go apart or something happens. You'll see them yonder, and they be like, "Can you remember that shit, girl? That was crazy as hell."
Yeah.
But then, like, you see a nigga that you broke your heart or something,
It
you
don't be
be
the
like,
same
"Hey,
feeling.
buddy, you
You
remember
be like, if I had a brick,
you remember how you did me?" You be
hit him in the
like,
back of his head.
2 times to the white meat. To the white meat. So that's what I mean. Like, it's a different
I
level.
agree with you. It have to be. It's a different
It's
level.
different.
It's
It's a different all around. They both can be like sucky.
Yeah.
And either way it goes, whichever one it is, put yourself first. Do what's best for you. Sometimes people gotta go.
You got to.
Don't be making excuses for your friends. That's all we've been knowing her since grade school.
I've been knowing her since 5th grade. But yeah.
So was Jay High.
But she still did you dirty though.
Dirty. Y'all let that
Look,
motherfucker
you
down.
still want to know her and think about 5th grade?
You don't give a fuck about 5th grade no more.
Y'all in grade life now.
School life. You know what I'm saying?
So look, now what? So yeah, I think it's a different level. Like different levels of intimacy that go with that. Both ways.
And you know, as a woman, okay, before we go to this time, let me elaborate. So, as a woman, women get a lot of flack saying we don't always hold our friendships high like men do. Bros for hoes, they like really solid about their relationships with their friends, it seems. And women got this stereotypical thing where they say like, oh, we get into it over the littlest things, and I'm gonna say to a certain degree, I do feel like that could be the case, like, because we're more, I think, emotional behind the stuff that happens and the things we say, and probably a little bit more,
in touch with ourselves.
I was gonna say in touch with ourselves. I'm just gonna say like, girls know how to hurt. Like, we know how to go there.
Yeah.
Like, we into it. Sometimes we be like, well, bitch, guess what? You want to hurt my feelings? I got something for that ass. It's some men like that too. Don't let that be the first lie.
Yeah.
There's some messy bitches out here that's mean too.
So they can
Did
go
you see that
way.
post that said, think of the messiest bitch you know? And then it's like, it's a man, ain't it? I was like, it is. But out of like,
let me think. Yes, it is.
It is. It was a man. But I was like,
super say no because it is.
it's just that one motherfucker though. It ain't like a whole multitude, like a whole bunch of messy men that I know. But I'm like, yeah, that motherfucker.
But you know, it's
quite
one.
Quite messy. Then the runner-up was a female with.
Yeah, get a look.
I was like, yeah. But you know what? She was messy, but she wasn't as clever. You get points for being clever and messy, like not just techie messy. So
yeah,
that ups your ante. Like you're a whole nother level of messy when you can kind of like be more slick with shit. To me,
I had to say keep it classy,
keep it cute. ABC always be cute. Are you just always be classy? Whichever one.
Exactly.
It's part of the show. Anyway. Let's push on and get nice. Okay. I'm going to skip this one. We'll come back to this one. So the next one. Which one will send you running faster from a relationship? A, constant arguing. B, no quality time. C, no sex. Or D, a boring relationship.
A, constant arguing. I don't like arguing.
Okay.
It's like, it don't make no sense. Either we gonna agree to disagree or we just ain't agreeable.
If you ain't agreeable,
do it then.
Once again, agree to
the
disagree.
guys have spoken.
It's beyond me now.
Yes.
It's above me now.
I mean, all the other ones I can handle everything else.
And I'm saying I do agree. So the other ones were no quality time. I feel like I've been in situations where it wasn't an abundance of quality time, but when it was special. And the reason for the lack of quality time was being busy, conflicting schedules, or y'all could both be working towards goals. And then that's up to you. That might be a deal breaker for some people. I totally understand. But it depends on the relationship and what y'all both got going on, what y'all trying to achieve.
Working toward a common goal.
As far as the no sex, that can be incorporated also with the being busy shit. Everybody ain't got time to be sitting around fucking all day. Y'all got time now. But before this, y'all ain't got time.
Exactly.
In a boring relationship,
you can spark it up.
Nah, fuck that. You ain't gonna bore me.
I'm saying you can spark it up.
Wait. What I mean is, why we bored? Why you ain't
Oh,
this bored?
You
When
was bored
outside
like
was
that.
open, I was outside. Period. You weren't gonna keep me inside. You were like, that's like, I feel like that's more like for people that's like constantly up under each other.
Yeah.
Oh, the relationship getting boring. Like we always at the house, like
It
we don't
should
do
not.
nothing.
I ain't gonna say the other relationship.
And that can make, and
get
if
bored,
that starts to
you know?
make you, if that starts to anger you, say if you're, I'm gonna speak okay. Say if it's your guy, he don't like to go out. He don't like to go out to eat. He don't want to go to these little day parties. He don't want to go to the movie. He don't want to do that. This was when outside was open, y'all. Okay. You ain't obligated. Okay, just like he ain't obligated to go, and he don't feel like he has to go out and do those things because the things you like to do. Then your ass ain't gotta sit inside because that's the thing he like to do. We gonna have to meet somewhere in the common ground. And that's all
It's
I'm
just
saying.
like a lot of ladies sacrifice themselves and watch a football game with they guy just to
Some
be able
ladies
to
actually
guy.
do like football.
Yeah, well, some of them do, but you know, some
I don't.
know what's going on. Just sitting there
I
watching.
actually do know what's going on.
Because I like him, so I'm gonna say, watch this. Let's torture.
You know what? If you buy me some wings and a drink,
There you go.
I'll watch anything with you. Buffalo wings.
No,
And-
look, I'll be looking for the cutest one. Who's number 54?
Girl, fuck 54. I ain't seen nothing but a whole bunch of tail in the earth.
I'll be like, who's number 54?
I
What's
ain't
his
gonna,
name?
no, that's annoying. I'm not even gonna ask you no questions. If I got some Wingstop in front of me, I'm not talking.
Oh, you gonna be like, okay.
Look, he be like, hey. What?
So why you give me all flats?
I'm gonna keep the flat so you can have the drones.
Yeah, you right about that. Shoot, the food is cool.
I don't mind like bonding on that level. Because, you know, like I just made you watch a documentary. I will documentary your ass to death. And that might not be your thing. But it is appreciated if you can just sit there, even if you're not the most interested, and be like, okay. But please don't ask questions the whole time. But, you know, but listen, you know, it's like, like I said, common ground. Like, you, like I said, sacrifices. I'm going to sacrifice some of my interest in time with you. I mean, I think it's beautiful if y'all can have, like, if y'all are both into either football or both into documentaries, and that's gorgeous. But some cases you have to, like, learn to love personally your partner
Yeah, and then you have to.
that you're not necessarily into.
I think you have to implement yourself too. Like I write poems, and I once knew a guy that he didn't really like poems because he didn't get it. He was like, everything just rhyme with everything. And I actually asked him to write me a poem one day. And I was writing it with him, so it was like me and him working together. And when he read it, he was impressed at the poem because he was like, this is really nice. This
That's
is something
cute.
I like to do.
You know what? I used to be like that. But I said, I'm going to stop. See, you trying to make these niggas flourish. Don't water these niggas. Let they ass stay how they are.
I'm just saying, you know, that's one of those things that, like, you know, when you doing something,
I used to be like
and
that
if
too. Like,
somebody
I
gonna
was
be like that,
I would be
this
like,
what we doing
let's
tonight.
tap into this. I be trying to like get like, let's read this together. I like to paint. I do poetry too. All these
Yes.
things. You know what though? That's like, I ain't gonna say building a man to try to be something that you like, but that might not be his shit.
Yeah,
Sometimes you know, it's better off leaving them how you found it.
yeah, because you can build somebody and they'll carry it somewhere else.
I got you a poem. I wrote it myself.
Yeah,
Hey, what was that movie?
I know
When he
what
wrote
you're
that
talking about. I
poem,
just thought about it.
And then she found out that it was like Ernest Hemingway or something. And she didn't know. She's like, but I know he really loved me because he wrote me a poem. Because she, you know, tell everybody what you looking. That's another thing. Like, okay, side topic. When you meet people or you're dating somebody, don't tell them everything you're looking for, everything you like. People are out there that's gonna take their information and portray themselves to be everything you're looking for and everything you like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially if they just want to waste your time.
I like the color green. They'll come over your house every day in a green shirt, green socks.
Be mysterious. You feel me?
Look, with a green
Green
cell
contacts,
phone.
green.
You be like, oh, he really know I like green. No, he's trying to get to you. He get in your head. Conquer and divide. I mean, seriously, shoot.
I mean, I actually started because somebody was, I was on this guy's page and he was talking about polygamy. Him and his wife was looking for a partner. They did a Why you jump back? That's what they was
I'm like, what page was you on?
What page was that? A lot of people do that shit. That is neither here nor there.
Okay.
It was somebody's, I saw some YouTube videos and they talking about politics and I was fucking with it and this ain't got nothing to do with the conversation.
I know.
I respect people's choices. Jackie is on some other shit.
I know, I am.
If they want to do, if they like it, I love it. So anyway, they did a video saying what they were looking for. Now he got a little clout out here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They got like a little following. So somebody in the comments was saying, I went to the comments because like previously how we had talked about on the show about, okay, would it be different if it was like Polidary or whatever it's called when it's two men? So I was just trying to see what the comments were saying as far as that because I know somebody was going to chime in. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I ended up seeing people commenting, hey, chill out, bro. You going to tell everybody what you're looking for. These hoes don't feel the part.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's true outside of just that. When you meet people and you go on dates and y'all, that first meeting, first conversation, the first text and all that stuff, it's always about, what do you like? No, what do you like? What are you into? No, what are you into?
And
then you give off so much, you divulge so much information. And then, like you said, the honeymoon phase, the first 3 months, 3 to 6 months, that person's everything that you said you wanted.
You say you like flowers, they gonna bring flowers.
They might
like
fucking
seafood, they gonna bring you some fish or some shrimp.
crab legs.
Look, say you like walks in the moonlight, they gonna like, it's midnight.
Let's go for a walk.
They gonna give
For
you
the first,
give you what you need.
for the first 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, about 3 months.
3 to 6, 3 to 6.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden they gonna be like, I don't feel like walking.
I'm allergic to the moon. Walking.
You know, shrimp
My
make
legs
you
don't
fat.
really do that walking shit. That one before the other, one after the other shit, they don't do that.
Look, the moon ain't coming out tonight.
You sit there looking.
The sun gonna come out. They gonna find every excuse in the book to be, I want to say,
This fool said, I don't think the sun will come out. That sound like death. Stressed me out with that one. I was like, what?
they gonna return to who they are.
Always.
It's gonna be like, who is this man or who is this woman?
So be careful out there, y'all.
Yeah.
I like
You know what?
the,
And not mean to cut you off,
you always do.
but that's just like some people are very intrigued when they meet somebody and they assume that they're smart or they know that they're smart, so they either I think they'll try to compete with you or they'll try to outsmart you. You know, they'll study everything, do everything.
That ain't got nothing to do with
you know,
that's a whole nother topic. That's somebody's ego.
Yeah.
Ego tripping. I don't have no problem with that.
Because you're smart.
No, because when you know, you
You
know.
know.
The fuck?
You know better, you do better.
Period. Like how you try to slide it in there. Yeah, well, you know better, you do better, man.
Yes.
When you're the smart one, you're the smart one. The fuck? You don't become the dumb one. Sick of you. Okay, so moving on to the next topic at hand. Money or time? Which one is more valuable to you and why? Jazzy.
Is it based on like your circumstances now or just
Nah, period. It would have. It should be based on your entirety. You can use past. You can say okay. At one point, it could have been.
money.
It's more
Like,
important.
yeah, now
No,
I would say money. Just money.
and why?
Because with me, I would say money because there's so much that I want to do.
That requires
that-
money.
Yeah, that requires money because I'm a giving person. And some people be like, well, you can give your time.
Give me
you know,
$5.
You want to do this church?
Give me $5.
You got my whole
I ain't got.
You want to look, but you might want to give to a charity. Me, honestly, I like animal rescue.
We ain't going to
So-
other charities you like.
I'm
Just
just saying though. I'm just saying that's just something that if I had money like that, I would do that.
that's a waste of money.
But it's just something that
It's called, just like feeding them children, starving children in Africa, they're going to give them a penny and take the other 10 cents.
Yeah.
What are you
But
talking about?
I would want to start my own foundation, so that would be, I would say money for right now.
No.
I wouldn't say the time because.
No. This is where you get it twisted.
What would you say?
Time.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Why? Because time you can't get back.
Oh, okay.
You can make money back. Money is always there. It's always available. Time passes by and don't never get back.
That's why I said right now. Or
No. That should be period. That should be how you see shit, period.
Yeah.
Money is important. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I hate for a motherfucker waste my time. I done wasted money on
but yeah, see,
all
I
kinds
have
of
to
shit.
agree with you on that.
I done wasted money. I wasted money today.
I would have to agree
Time,
with
you
you on
can't
that
get
one.
time back.
Yeah, 'cause
Motherfucker waste
time-
some money.
You can try to catch it though, like in a picture or whatever, but just the feeling, the experience.
I
I
always
have to
gotta
agree with you
try to
on
be
that one.
deep. Yeah, I always capture it in my picture.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause
That ain't even.
when you say it
don't
like that,
capture
that's why I was
it.
trying
You don't
to
capture the
express
time. You
whether it
capture
was
the
like,
moment.
Whether it was like for like now or in the future.
It has nothing to do with now or the future. It just, like I said, in entirety, your life and life.
Because right now it'd be money, but in the future, I would be like, I would like my time.
No, that's
So I'm on the fence about
ain't
that
no in
one.
the fence. You think about it the wrong way.
I'm on the fence about that one though.
No, you think it too hard.
Okay. But I still say money.
That's why she broke down.
I'm trying to win the lottery, so.
Okay, you and a whole bunch of movers.
I know, one day I'm gonna hit.
Okay, yeah. Money comes and goes. Time just goes.
Yeah.
You on a ticking time clock. Your shit could be over. No, they didn't drop my song in the middle of my podcast. See, I got caught. I was like, look, I
Yes.
almost started singing.
Look,
Anyway.
audience, if you could have saw her, she had froze. She just
I did. I was like,
"Woo!"
woo, that's my shiznit. But anyway,
So if y'all hear acapella, it ain't me.
I'm not singing tonight. Tonight.
Not tonight.
Time is invaluable.
Yeah.
If you meet somebody, and I work with a lot of older people, they probably just, I never hear people tell me stories about, damn, I remember when I spent $10,000 on this and it fell through or I fucked it up. I remember, I've always heard people tell me stories about like they wish they had spent more time with their kids and not at work, or they wish they had spent more time pursuing their passion instead of chasing money. And these are people that are sick and not saying they're necessarily nearing death any more than anybody else, but you know, when people have some type of illness, I hear more stories like that. So I'm thinking like being 30, you gotta pay attention.
That makes sense though, because I was like what I was telling you I was
Well,
doing
you don't hear a
last
lot
night.
of people like,
It makes sense because time is something you can carry with you. You know, memories and time spent well. You can't carry money with you. Money is kind of like a piece of material. It's like cotton for real, and it's like it ain't even gonna matter. So it's not gonna do nothing mentally. That's not gonna be the thing on your mind when time runs out. Is how much money in my pocket? Why? You can't spend it. You're not gonna even be worried. If you got a quarter in your pocket, you ain't gonna even think about that quarter or that dime or that nickel. You're gonna be thinking like, you're gonna either think of what you done, what you could have done. So you're gonna be thinking in the sense of time. So after you have to retract that, after your time.
this motherfucker
I think
attract more
times-
than the New York
I
Times.
know, because you got so deep.
I didn't.
I
You
didn't
did.
think about it. You had me
skimmed
on
the
the
surface.
scratching my head. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, it should be evident. We were just talking about this. We was talking about, you know, my dad. He was talking about COVID got him scared, y'all. He was talking about things he wished he would have done. And then I was trying to interject and say, hey, I saw an awesome quote. I can't actually tell you the quote verbatim, but the person saying, don't worry about the past. It don't exist no more. Don't worry about the future. It has never existed. Only worry about now, the present, and work from where you are. That goes into what I just said, though. When you older people, listen to them motherfuckers. Open your ears and your mind. Listen to what they're saying. They're not usually talking about. You might get a handful of people. It's like, damn, I squandered that damn 10,000. I fucked that money up. If I could get it again, I'd do this and that. You heard more of them talking about time wasted than anything.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It'd be the last thing on anybody's mind. I mean, like you said, I ain't seen nobody near there say, oh, you know, if I still had that 8,000, they be like,
8,000, fuck that 8,000. Money is a tool.
And if you look at it real good, it lets you know that.
I ain't never looked at it that good.
I'm a reader. I read everything on look.
Girl, please, you just said money was your. Here you go. You want to check?
I read it though. I read my money.
Ain't nobody talking about reading money. I'm just saying, you just literally just said a couple seconds ago. You know what? Good day. Let's move on to the next topic. I ain't gonna go with you.
That's all I gotta say about that.
I'm glad, Forrest. If you call me Bubba, I swear to God, I'm gonna fade you.
No, I'm not gonna call you
I'm gonna fade you. Don't call me Jenny either.
Captain Dan.
Shout out to Lieutenant Dan.
Yes.
Not Captain. What you talking about?
Yes.
Hey, they got a band. I saw them.
I know. I heard about this. Really nice.
Saw them on the news. This is a while ago, y'all. I don't know if y'all know Lieutenant Dan got a band.
I hope y'all know who we're talking about.
I know who we talking about. You the only one here to be tripping. Okay, moving along. This was an interesting question. I didn't even prep Jackie for this one.
Okay, what was it?
Calm down.
She got me excited. And I'm here.
Is it harder to forgive or to forget?
Ooh.
And why? That's a good one, right? I said that earlier.
But you know what? It's harder to forget.
Okay.
I think it's easy to forgive because I think just part of a person's structure. Because you got to be like, you know, I could trip off this forever, but why? Why trip off this forever? You don't want that forever to be on your mind. That's why I would say
Forever.
Yeah. So I say it's easy to forgive, but you always remember. Even an elephant remembers stuff.
How you gonna bring elephants into this delicate
That's the
situation?
symbol of remembrance. They never forget. They always remember. Like if you
All right,
stick an
Dumbo.
elephant in the butt,
Okay, well, you ain't gotta keep elaborating. We know.
you pop him on the hip with
You
like
your
a pin,
analogies. Oh my
he's gonna
God.
be like,
Oh, I had.
remember her.
We done talking about elephants.
You know, that's what I'm just saying.
She ain't had no elephant, y'all. She ain't no elephant wrangler. She ain't never seen no
anybody
elephant.
that know who is spiritual. It's you never.
You trying to say I don't know?
Yeah, you know. I know you know.
I'm gonna say that you want to fight. Don't do me.
She knows. But I think it's easier to forgive, but forgetting. I can't, because I can remember stuff that was done to me like a long time ago.
And you know what though?
I remember.
I agree. I think it's easier to forgive than it is to forget. And then some people, it's a quote that says, "Forgive but don't forget."
Yeah.
Because forgiving is for you.
Mm-hmm.
You forgive people not because they're sorry, not because they didn't mean to do it, because you can't carry that weight around. So you can say the same thing, I guess, in the essence of, well, why keep the memory? Do we really have control over your memory?
No.
I could try to control my emotions and how I handle things from here on out, but, you know, I think a lot of people neglect to realize that, too, when you're interacting with them on a day-to-day and they do things to you. I can forgive all day.
I mean, you get a lot of people say, "Why you bring that up?" I'm not saying I
Wait.
didn't
I
forgive you.
can forgive you, but the thing about that is, like she just said, oh, that's old shit. Oh, why you bring that up? Oh, and that's the type of stuff that breaks relationships and friendships and anything like that down eventually. Because regardless of how many times you done forgave a person and gotten through and past stuff, you don't forget. And then when you don't forget, that shit piles up. Oh, this person did this in 1999, then 2001, they clowned.
What you did then? You have a pattern. So your mind is like, you're not gonna forget it.
You shouldn't forget a pattern.
Yeah.
That's a sign.
Yeah.
From above.
Yes.
The gods.
That's what you remember.
The gods are spoken. That's why you don't forget.
I forgive you, but I know you. I see.
I see. But I'm gonna have to say, I don't think it's like people try to say that's not healthy You see a lot of stuff online as far as like self-help and awareness and stuff. And I would have to say, take things with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's not healthy. I think people need to be more realistic about their approach and when it comes to like mental health and things that we go through as people and how it affects us long term, short term, right in the moment, all that stuff. I don't think it's a problem if you can't forget some shit. You supposed to remember till you work through it.
Yeah.
And sometimes for that, order for you to work through certain shit, you gotta remove yourself from certain situations, people, atmospheres, things. You need a whole new horizon.
Mm-hmm.
You need some unfamiliar shit.
Yeah.
And with that being said,
And that's what, like we were saying, the pattern. That's where you get that pattern.
wait, we didn't say that.
That's
You said that.
You know, yeah, that's your wake up call.
She speak French.
That's your wake up call. Cause it's like, hey, look, this is not working.
Well, it ain't gotta be a working thing. It's just like, what you say? What's that? Avatar. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gotta be a working thing.
Yeah. It's just as simple as that. I see you, and then you walk away.
Exactly who the fuck you are.
Look, you say kudos, swooshes, and you leave the room. That's how you do that.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a
And
working.
then if you really jazzy or sassy, you just don't say nothing. You just tip on out. Look.
Oh no, I wasn't saying say it. I was just quoting the movie. Nigga. This podcast is canceled.
I'm getting the impromptu talent show right now. Y'all just don't understand.
She mad because the Mac has returned. Oh,
She's the Mac.
clearly.
I'm the Mac assistant.
She is Junior Mac, y'all. She is Junior Mac.
I'm gonna be the junior.
I don't know.
I'm the Mac to the assistant to the Mac.
Junior Mac.
Look at that hat.
This is my shit, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go on to the next topic before y'all get karaoke. Y'all ain't here for that.
We gonna get to singing. Y'all gonna be singing.
They probably already singing. This is a classic. This is me, first and single. Oh my god.
Her actor quotes.
Hey. Nah, now. Corona don't stop shit.
Girl, tell me about it. We gonna beat the brakes off of it.
Anyway.
we gonna get it.
Going on to the next topic, which kind of plays into the one we just spoke on. Is it ever okay to dumb yourself down for the sake of peace? Why or why not?
I think it's not okay. I mean, I think in any situation,
And it could be anything.
it's not. I mean, if you know something, and I will tell anybody this, even a small child, if you know something or if you was taught something and it's something that you know for a fact, stand on it. Or I'll say it in French, stand on it. Don't let nobody tell you that it's not 900 bricks in a wall and you just stood there and counted. And they tell you, no, it's 901. Don't let them do that. Don't walk away and be like, yeah, you know what, you're
I'm sick
right.
of your analogies.
Don't do it. Don't do it. If you got to carry that person to that wall and be like, okay, look, 1, 2, 3, and count them
The
bricks.
thing is, though,
Stand
with
on
all
what you-
that being said, even if you take a motherfucker over there and count them out,
They still don't have 900.
somebody might still look at your ass and say, oh, it's 901. Sometimes you gotta know when to bow the fuck out or something graciously. You know better?
You do better.
Period.
Then you have people that's just.
I don't think it ever is. Because the peace I'm speaking on would be internal peace. I'm sorry, not eternal
Yes.
peace, internal peace. So, are you going to be okay if you dumb yourself down for the sake of peace for the room or the relationship or the job or whatever? When you're left alone and you know you were right, is that going to sit well with your spirit? Is that going to
That's
leave you
where
in
that
peace?
go back to what you said. Well, that's messing with that mental health right there. 'Cause
It is.
you
That's
have
what
to-
what
you
I'm
have to
saying.
tell
now.
yourself,
You
I
have to
didn't
like
say what I wanted to say.
um,
I had to keep it sugar coated. So look, I want nobody to get hurt. But are you hurt?
bewildered,
Mm-hmm.
lethargic,
Nostalgia.
all that.
You in turn turning a weapon on yourself. You stabbing yourself in order to save somebody else, and that's not a good thing. That's not good.
You have to learn to stand alone. Like I said, when you know better, you do better. It's a lot of people that don't know shit, and they
They don't
righteous.
do better.
They righteous as fuck, y'all. They have no desire to learn,
No.
to tell themselves when they're wrong, aspire to do better. Self work, shadow work, root work, none of that stuff.
Yeah, they all just have root work. Some people will not do root work.
That goes
They'll
back
let
to what we
somebody
were
tell them something.
what we were talking
They'll
about.
let somebody tell them something, or they'll hold something that they see on TV, or somebody says, "Oh, this." They won't do the root work.
That goes
They
back
won't
into
do
like
the-
what we were saying in the last episode when we were talking about being able to admit when you're wrong.
Yes.
That's a quality.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a golden one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to see that more and more daily. That's why I say I can admit when I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wrong before. I've been wrong more than before.
If you run from being wrong, how you gonna even know when you're right? Because you're gonna just every time you get in a corner.
Stop trying to be philosophical.
I'm just saying
Stop
you
trying
get
to
in
be
the
philosophical.
corner.
We
You
ain't
gonna
in
be
the
in the
corner.
corner.
We're not in the corner. We out the corner. Tired of you. She be taking this. This is why all the shows 59. But when you're wrong, you're
Admit
wrong.
it. Ain't nothing wrong with
And
it.
then do better.
And it don't even.
And then
last
come
very
back.
long.
Matter of fact, learn what the fuck you talking about. Come back with more facts and shoot that motherfucker out of the sky. Who it was. And then this is one thing. I was gonna say if they was talking shit. When you wrong and the person wasn't even talking shit, niggas humble, you know you wrong.
I mean, seriously. I had like a story about that, but I'm not gonna share it.
No, because she be getting too close to dropping names.
Yes, I do.
Um,
Well, actually, it's about her, but it's about her and me when she was younger. So, you want me to tell the story?
No.
Okay, I won't tell it.
I keep telling y'all me want people to know my business. She an open book.
But it's good because it's.
No, I still don't want to write no business.
Okay.
You can't figure out a way to say it without it
But
pertaining to my
I'll say
situation.
it like this: if you're one of those people that you tell your kids they can be anything, and somebody tells your child, no, they can't do this. It's nobody that does that. That's when you take your child and be like, you know what? Look, that person was wrong. We gonna prove it. We gonna show it. We gonna present.
You ain't gotta
our
say that.
case.
Okay, see, you don't even need a case. We'll just say this. This is how I was raised. Lots of kinds of ways, y'all. But I had a lot of issues in school coming up. My mama told me, but my mama said, I used to get into like so many conflicts at school or with I should say other adults, but with adults. Because I was never raised to be a submissive child. When you're right,
You're right.
and you know what? You only know you're right when you've done the footwork. And either like you research, read, or know. And when I don't know, I'm able to say, I'm not well versed on this. I can't speak on it. Or I don't know for sure. I won't stand on it. But when you know,
That you know.
you know. That's it.
You did the
So I used to get into trouble a lot, especially in school, because like, that's one of the things about these, especially if your child grows up in like a public school situation. You're going to have a lot of adults that just don't stand on the grounds of them being an adult. They're bigger,
Yeah.
they're better, they're smarter. And adults can be wrong as wrong
all
could be.
the time.
And them motherfuckers will, it's easier to try to dismiss a child and break a child down and tell them, you're not right. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just a kid.
Or they hit the kids with, I don't care what you think. When part of the learning is.
No,
what
if you
think.
say you don't care what I think, you've already lost the argument. And then what I always tell you, we get into it all the time, y'all. It'd be so funny. I didn't tell you what I thought. I told you what I knew.
Yeah.
She used to be,
I mean, but I love when you
She
say
hates
that.
that about me. I be like, I didn't never start.
I hate to
I don't
hear
start
her
a
say it
sentence.
to me, but
I don't
then
start
I
a sentence
remember,
off with I
I
think
remember when
and argue about it.
when she was younger, and it's weird because this teacher told her one day that there was no lady car racers. I mean, race car drivers. Because my baby wanted to be a race car driver.
Why you want to tell my?
And I was like,
Here we go.
You can be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a race car driver, you can be a race car
See how
driver.
she disrespected me after I
So
told her not to tell the story.
I gave her a school lesson. I said, if that's what you want to be, and he told you you couldn't.
I don't even remember ever wanting to be no race car driver.
The key word is he. He said, no, she can't do that. I said, well, honey, look, we're going to go home. We're going to look them up. We're going to do a little essay about each one of them, and we're going to present our case. So the next day I went to school with her with a folder full of people that was race car drivers, that were ladies, that were engineers, that were mechanics. And he was like, oh. And I was like, so what did you say? He was like, He had to swallow his words. And I didn't say nothing else. It was just like, this is what you was this is what you was teaching me. You can't be a race car driver. She can do whatever she want to do. So I felt good about it because I was like, that's why we always hear her say root work, because you put in just a little ounce of work and somebody's telling you they don't know something, that feeling it feels good. Because
It ain't even about it. It's not even about it feeling good. If you do some work on yourself and you ain't got nothing else but time to work on yourself, please always start with yourself before you work on anything.
Yeah.
When you're actually putting in the work, you gonna dare let a motherfucker that ain't skim the top of their folder, ain't open the book, tell you shit about life.
Can't pronounce the names.
Well, no, just like it's amazing to me how many people are just full of themselves and just adamant about what they don't know.
Exactly.
Like I said, if you start something off, like if you're arguing with somebody, or you're trying to prove a point, and you say, well, I think and I feel, there's no basis for an argument. Mm-hmm. You need to know. You need to have your argument and then supporting facts. Somebody got mad at me about that. If I had an argument with no supporting facts. You know what that becomes? An opinion. Mm-hmm. You know what those are worth? A dime a dozen.
That's just,
That goes back to something earlier. That's like, I say, personally, don't waste your time arguing with people. It's a waste of time. Yeah. If that person didn't want to put in the time to, like, actually know better or know different, that motherfucker, they just want to argue. Some people just it's energy vampires out here too, y'all. Like,
yeah.
People just want to take from your energy, your sacred space, you being deeply rooted and grounded in who you are. People like to challenge that.
Yeah.
No basis. Just because they, you know what, they see somebody like this strong and just like standing on theirs and they envy it. And instead of trying to learn to be more like that person, they attack it. But you know what they say? If it wasn't no attack on you, that means you wouldn't call for a greater power. You got a bigger assignment, you know? We done fucked around and went to church on Sunday. We didn't even mean to go there. I think it's true though.
Yes.
The older I get, the longer I live, the more I go through.
Yes.
I be like, it's really people out here, dude, I feel like just from the deep richness of their soul, or just placed here to antagonize and to just poke the motherfucking sleeping dragon.
Yes. I think it is too. I think it's some people just wake up with that insight, like, oh, today, look, whose dream can I bust, or whose opinion can I argue about? You know, just anything. You know.
It's the same people that be on Instagram and Facebook trolling people and in the comments arguing. Yeah. You post something, here comes Jack and Jill.
Say that?
Well, if you actually took the time and crunched the numbers and
look, the same ones that if you just go to the next step and be like, okay.
My favorite thing,
look,
you know what though? My favorite thing is,
and they disappear.
Ain't even no root work. Fuck that. Let me escort you out.
Yeah, there you go.
You didn't see the unfollow button. Let me show you the block button.
Hello, goodbye.
The mute button, the unfriend, unfollow button. Because you took it upon yourself to bypass all that and come with your ragged ass opinion about some shit you ain't well versed on.
Just because it says comment, that don't mean you got to put one. It's like right there, so you ain't got to do it.
That's people's favorite excuse. Well, I can comment. Nigga, that's your opinion don't mean shit to me.
Have you ever heard of keep it to yourself?
No, you can let it out. But once you let it out, just know I'm going to block your ass and let you go.
Girl, look, boomerangs always come back. So when you throw it at me, I'm throwing it right back at you.
But you know, one thing with that is, just like with any situation, what makes you think I care enough about you or your opinion to sit up here and go back and forth with you? Mm-hmm. Somebody, for any of the means of life, I would have never know, see, I never even probably acknowledge you today. I'm going to continue to not acknowledge your ass.
You know better, you do better.
People are really stressful.
Yes. Look,
they hard. Just always
I
like.
just gotta say yes. That's all I can
say. Really out here fighting demons in real life. You know?
Man.
Ooh, speaking of that, this is my favorite response. I don't care what nobody says. If you're a Beyonce fan, if you know, you know. I be telling motherfuckers, I will argue with you the day Beyonce be in her comments arguing with a motherfucker about anything they post or say. She don't respond to shit. Guess what? Neither here nor there. Fuck you. You can say, oh, I know it's for other reasons, blah, blah. She continues to move on through life flawlessly.
And smile.
And still diva the fuck out of life.
It's like, she be like, okay, look, without saying
I don't
even
think she looks at them. I don't, you know, like, I know that, like, PR probably does a lot of her posting and stuff. But you gotta think, people like that have got the game and gone with it. I don't care enough of you and your opinion to argue with you about it, because guess what? You're entitled to have it. Just like I'm entitled to have mine. So when I post, blah, blah. And I'm saying this to say that. Just like you said, when you're wrong, you're wrong. So if you got a point, and I can go take it upon myself to, like, research more and then realize, okay, I was wrong, that would be okay for me to do. That's why I don't engage in an argument or back and forth. Because what if I go back and forth with your ass and then wait to go do the research and to look deeper? And then some people like, well, you should have done that before you post it. Nigga, where do it say that on Instagram or Facebook or anything? Like, I can say in that moment exactly how the fuck I feel. And if I change my mind, and that's a good trait, when you present it with different facts or just facts, and you are able to look at things and be like, you know what, I was wrong about something that's different. You're entitled to feel how you feel right now, though. It's just part of the, you know, growing up and learning, and just part of life. You're always gonna, it's a million things. Like, if you was talking to me when I was 15, and now I'm 30, 15 years later, it was some shit I might have stood on back then. Had no grounds. Or whatever the grounds I was on was shaky. Now, if I argue with you when I was 15, that's different. I'm 30 now. I ain't arguing with shit. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And you can say what you feel about it. And if I feel like you're aggressive or weird, you're gone. And then I'll go look it up. And I'll be like, you know what? Look Crazy had a point. But Look Crazy still blocked. Big block. Because I'm not, you know, I think that people learn things when they're supposed to, become aware of things when they're supposed to, because everybody's not the same. Everybody don't feel and think like you. And I feel like if you're aggressive, or you one of those people that try to push your ideologies and beliefs on people constantly when they're not in a place and time to be receptive of it, I think you're kind of a problem. You're problematic.
I agree with that first statement you said. People get what they get when they're supposed to get it. It might not be a time for them to get it, you know, but
they
get
haven't
it when they
experienced
get it
certain things
to get there.
But that's because we're not all on the same time clock. You know what I'm saying? So when you feel like that guy or that bitch, like, I gotta say this, I gotta, and then most of the time, it's like I said, it's to make somebody look dumb. it's never really because like, ooh, I just care about my sister or my brother. Let me just, because then they'll never slide in your messages. Your DM's a private thing. They go in your comments and leave a paragraph about how stupid, dumb you sound or whatever else. That's called I want attention. I'm a succubus.
101. That's what that is. Wholeheartedly.
Those are people that need their ego stroked.
Yeah.
And probably their dick. Beware. For real, beware.
Or
Or both. I don't know. That's not attractive.
the energy drainers too. It's like,
It's energy
who's about to do that?
vampires. That's what they call it. That shit's amazing.
If you ever had a debate in school, that could take all day.
Oh no, that's great
Who's gonna
though.
do that?
I told somebody that too.
Shoot.
I said, debate club. You should have joined it. That shit. Look, them are people. You know what? They still have debate clubs for adults,
Oh yeah.
but people don't join those.
Oh no. Cause that means you got to put in work. You actually
A
got
chosen topic.
Yes.
And go from there. And like I said, prove yourself. A random person that they really trying to do all this and that. When you try to go in on them, you look like the fool. This person might not even care. Might be in another world, high, drunk out their mind, oblivious to life. And you like, it's my sworn duty as a know-it-all to tell them about what they don't know.
Why is it just so?
Sound like some motherfucking
That's crazy.
Boys Scouts type shit. Get out of here. I'm perfect for people like that though. That's all I can do. I ain't gonna worry about them. Like I said, y'all, block, delete, block.
Sometimes, yeah, like you said, you just gotta look. I'm gonna let you have the floor, and I'm gonna let you
The
do
room.
this, cause this is what you.
You
wanna
had a
do.
room.
Yeah.
You hear that slam? That was me leaving the door. Leaving out the door early.
Cause then, like me and you were saying, you gotta say yourself. So when you hear somebody saying something in the room and you know that they don't know what the hell they're saying, you gotta be that person and say, you know what, I don't say nothing.
What she talking
let
about,
them
y'all,
express
is
theyself.
we ain't never said this
And
on
I'ma be gone.
this show. So, on Bird Box, when she told the little girl, she snatched her ass up. You don't worry about me. You save yourself. And the little girl was like, she said, what do you do? The little girl was like, I save myself.
Yeah.
We took that as we used it every day. I save myself. Yeah, so.
You gotta know when, like, hey.
Like I said, it's just like a antagonist.
Yeah.
Some people are gonna, and you don't know the difference. Some people you're gonna meet, and they're gonna expand your mind and give you insight into knowledge and things that you never thought about. They're not gonna do it harshly. They're not gonna shake you by the shoulders and try to, thump you in the head. The people that are like abrasive with it, they are problematic, and be done with their ass. I can admit this though. As long as you're here on this planet, you're here to learn.
Yeah.
And I'm formidable. Like that's okay. But watch how you talk to me.
Exactly. And that's just common
Respect.
sense.
You know what I'm saying?
It's easy. It's not nothing hard. It's not nothing new. It's just
like we were
neutral.
speaking on dumbing yourself down. You have to set boundaries. You have to what you're gonna tolerate, what you're not, how a person approaches you, if it's off, if it fucks with you, your mental health, your state, your energy. Cause some people don't give a fuck. They out here shooting, cow.
Taking bodies like it ain't nothing.
But it's not because they trying to spread knowledge. It's all ego.
And sometimes you have to cut that rope and be like, you know what? Here, look. This is what makes you you.
You ain't gotta cut no rope.
Just,
All you gotta do is block, remove, what's friend, unfriend, mute, delete.
Because that is sad.
Like I said, escort them to the door, the nearest exit. Cardio, double tap, know your exits. Zombie land. It's a lot of zombies out here, y'all. Protect your peace and your space.
Save yourself.
Save yourself.
It sounds look, it's funny, but at the same time, it's a serious
The shit is
matter.
real.
Save yourself, especially these times. Save yourself. You know, you don't want nobody messing with your mental.
Okay,
Your
wait.
mental will throw
These
you
last
off.
couple minutes, now that you said that, we try not to talk about, the Rona too much, y'all. So, people are online more than they have ever been, and they have more time than they ever had to argue with you and to be weird and shit, to attack you, your character, everything.
Everything about
I understand these are people that are probably scared shitless.
you.
And then, look, let's say a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of motherfuckers sitting and dealing with their demons and everything that they're fearing, they gonna project that shit onto you. You probably doing your normal thing, posting, talking, doing things like you normally do. And you get more comments and messages and shit about, your text about most random things. Them niggas crazy.
Yeah. Cause
They
got
going their
all
own
that
kind of
time.
crazy.
They have all the time to figure out they self.
Shit, they had that before.
They probably didn't like they self. They're like I said before. So now they got time where they figuring out all their flaws.
They ain't
And
figuring
they
out
throwing
shit.
that stuff off on
They
us.
probably seeing some shit they don't like.
Yeah.
Look, in their peripheral. Is that me? In their reflection? Yeah, that's you.
Pass by the mirror saying, "Oh damn."
Now look. Whoop. Yeah, that's you, player. Is that you, player? Coming across the Himalaya.
Yes. You look, let them be. Don't even worry about
But when
it.
they come across somebody like you,
Now when they start going
Let
up
their
in your
ass know.
mirror and sliding their head over trying to make your mirror look all off.
doing a Morris Day.
Yeah. Like,
Somebody bring me a mirror.
but no, you can't have
Not
mine.
mine.
Look, there's a piece of glass right there. You can use that on the ground. Just look down. You ain't using my mirror.
Nasty.
Because they will grab you.
Do we have time for a little last topic? Got like
Do
2
it.
minutes.
Do we have time?
Well, it was random. It could have fit in, but it don't. Somebody was talking about friendships, and we just watched 90 Day Fiance before 90 Days. Does having sex with your friend necessarily means the end of the friendship? Why or why not?
Yes, because it changes the whole platform.
Why?
I
Keep on, we only got a couple
it
minutes.
changes the whole platform because sometimes when you have like a friend, like me being a woman, if I have a guy friend, if I'm talking about stuff with you that that I would normally talk to like a girlfriend about, like, hey girl, if I'm talking to you like you're a girlfriend and you're my guy friend and we endeavor in a sexual relationship, then I have to kind of slow down telling you a lot. So
I don't think so. You know what? I'm going to say
I don't
this.
know, it would change the platform.
I
for
don't
me.
think so. I think it depends on the basis of the sexual interaction.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's talking about they hook up with their friend drunk. If it's some like drunk, sloppy shit that you and him ain't gonna remember, or whoever you're fucking, it ain't that damn deep.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I would say, yeah, it ain't that deep dead.
Well, I'm
Then
not-
we're going to call it what it is. It was just a one night stand.
It ain't a one night stand because you try to see us before again.
So you were drunk, I was drunk.
I can't stand your life.
We don't remember.
Or even if you do, it's blotchy. But like, I think people are talking about when they say that more of like a y'all secret love.
Yeah.
But if that was the case, then was y'all ever really friends?
Exactly.
Because y'all probably, if you cross that line to where you was thinking like that about that person,
You was giving that person Google eyes.
well, not even just googly. This nigga said Google eyes. What's Microsoft
They
eyes?
know.
No, you don't.
What are those two?
We only got 50 seconds. I think it depends on the basis of it.
Yeah.
It could or it couldn't.
But then a lot of friendships turn into relationships.
Like,
I mean, if there's chemistry is there with the person. But then it then they don't work out.
they don't.
Because it switches it up. I think it's just, I don't know.
Them just boundaries again.
Yeah, I think it's just crossing like a line. So I was like, nah.
It's like a handful of people that can say, oh, that worked.
Yeah.
But then it's like 9,500 million more people that's like, that shit don't work.
Oh, they'd be like, I liked her better when he was a friend. I liked her better when she was a friend.
All right, y'all. We out.
Yes, we out.